Welcome to FPL Cheat Sheet Briefing, the podcast that gives you a data-driven edge in the Fantasy Premier League.
And hello again, everyone. We're here to give you exactly that edge. Today, it's a proper deep dive into GameWeek 11. We'll be looking at the optimal wildcard team, the best free hit squad for just this week, and yeah, those all-important differentials. But like always, we need to start by looking back. How did our Game Week 10 predictions actually hold up?
Absolutely. Let's get into that retrospective. It's not just about the scores, is it? It's about learning where the data model worked and, well, where maybe it didn't quite capture the madness of the Premier League. So overall, how did the predicted wildcard team do last week?
It was okay, solid. We predicted 64 expected points. The actual score for the starting 11 was 58.
Right.
But, and this is key, if you captained Salah, which many did, you'd have hit 65 points. So actually slightly better than the base prediction.
Right. So the core squad was decent, but captaincy choice was the kicker there. Which players really shone through? Where did the data really nail it?
Well, the defense was definitely a strong point. Gabriel smashing it with 12 points.
Huge.
Yeah, massive. And the Crystal Palace picks worked out really well, too. Mateta got 9 points up front, and LaCroix bagged 8 from the back.
That's great value from those kinds of players, isn't it?
Exactly. Not your premium guys, but delivering premium points. That's what we look for.
Okay, so on the flip side, who are the letdowns? Who didn't live up to their expected points?
Beto was probably the biggest disappointment. He was projected okay, but then only played 33 minutes. Just 1 point.
Ouch. Rotation bites again.
Yep, classic case. And we also saw Mbemo, Javardiol, and Roofs come in quite a bit under their predicted scores.
Got it. So that's the wild card covered. Now, the free hit that's meant for short-term precision, did it navigate Game Week 10 any better?
It did, actually. It was pretty much spot on with the data. The free hit scored 63 points.
Okay.
Or 70 if you had Salah as captain again. And the prediction was 64.4 expected points, so really close.
Nice. And who are the key players there? Similar defensive strength.
Yeah, Gabriel again with 12. And Calafiori chipped in with 6 points, too. Defense held up.
And the free hit's supposed to find those one-week punts, right? Any calculated risks that really came off?
Oh, absolutely. NDI was the star. We had him down for about 4.5 expected points, something like that. He delivered 9.
Wow, nearly double.
Exactly. That's where the algorithm really shows its strength, identifying those mid-price guys who can pop for a specific week. O'Reilly getting 8 points was a nice bonus, too.
Brilliant. Okay, last one for the retro.
Yeah.
The Differentials wildcard team. This is the one with players under 15% ownership, right? The real high-risk, high-reward play.
That's the one. And yeah, it delivered the lowest score, as you might expect sometimes, 52 points, or 55 if you captain Trossard. The expected points prediction was a bit higher, around 59.
Right, but the goal here isn't necessarily the highest overall score. It's finding those hidden gems, isn't it?
Precisely. And Trossard was a perfect example. Only 0.5% ownership, and he returns 6 points.
That's the kind of differential that wins you mini-leagues. 6 points from almost nowhere.
Absolutely. That's the edge we're talking about. And we saw other low-owned guys performing too, like Munoz, LaCroix again, Igor Jesus, and Raul. They all contributed.
So even if the total score wasn't massive, the data did pick out individuals who could make a difference.
Yeah, exactly. And one key learning maybe is that our expected clean sheet model might be a little conservative for some teams, given how well some defenses did across the board. Something to keep in mind.
Good point. Okay, retrospective done, valuable lessons learned. Let's look forward now to Game Week 11. This is where it gets exciting. We'll start with the optimal wildcard team. This is the one built for the medium to long term using that total weighted expected points metric, TWEP.
Yep, TWEP. And this team has a TWEP of 284.71 over the next 5 game weeks. It balances this week with the near future.
Okay.
The team value is exactly £100 million. And for Game Week 11 itself, the starting 11 is predicted to get 54 expected points.
Right. Let's get straight to the big talking point. Manchester City playing Liverpool. How does the FPL cheat sheet tool handle that? I see a massive call here.
It's huge, yeah. The algorithm is making a really bold move. It's taking Salah out completely.
Wow. No Salah on a wild card.
Nope. To bring in Haaland. The model heavily favors City assets based on their fixtures after this Liverpool game. And it thinks Haaland's potential outweighs Salah's, even with Liverpool's slightly easier run soon.
So it's sacrificing Salah potentially for game weeks 12, 13, just to get Haaland in now against Liverpool and beyond. That feels very gutsy for a wildcard strategy.
It does feel gutsy, but that TWE pay metric is key here. It's calculated that the points gained from Haaland and where the Salah money is reinvested over the next 5 weeks Well, it mathematically comes out ahead.
Okay.
It sees this structure as the best foundation for the next month or so, not just this one tricky fixture. Gvardiol is also in from City, banking on that home clean sheet potential despite the opposition.
Interesting. Okay, so if Salah's funds are freed up, where are they going? What's the structure look like?
It allows for strengthening elsewhere. We're still seeing strong backing for Crystal Palace, keeping that three-player stack. Lacroix, Sarr in midfield, and Mateta up front.
Still big on Palace then.
Their underlying numbers and upcoming fixtures look fantastic, honestly. The data suggests they offer some of the best value right now. Beyond them, just one Arsenal defender, Calafiori. It tells you value is perceived elsewhere.
And midfield? Who partners Sarr?
We've got Mbemo in there and Fernandes for Manchester United. Both solid medium-term picks with good potential.
Right. And captaincy. Haaland, obviously.
Haaland gets the armband, yes. But interestingly, Ndiaye gets the vice-captaincy again. His recent form and expected points keep pushing him up.
And the third forward.
That's Boltmaid from Newcastle, completing a pretty potent-looking front line.
Okay, that's the wild card sorted. Now for the free hit team. This is all about Game Week 11, maximizing points right now. What's the setup?
Yeah, pure short-term focus. Total expected points of 65.02, with 57 projected for the starting players. Again, exactly 100 million team value.
And the captaincy. Haaland again, even against Liverpool. Something different.
Something very different. And very high risk, we have to say.
Go on then. Don't keep us in suspense.
The algorithm's captain pick is Akeem.
Sorry, who? The Chelsea defender. The 3.9 million one.
That's the one. Playing Wolves at home.
Capturing a 3.9 defender. Is the algorithm okay? That seems absolutely mad if he doesn't play or gets 1 point.
Look, it's a massive gamble. The logic is this. With Haaland having a tough fixture, the highest relative expected points gain versus cost comes from a cheap defender with high clean sheet probability. That's a Chimpong this week.
But the risk is enormous.
It is. And the tool flags, there's only about a 70% chance he even starts. That's why the vice captaincy is absolutely crucial here.
Okay, so who's the safety net? Please tell me it's someone reliable.
It's Saka, playing Sunderland. The thinking is he might have more attacking onus, maybe even penalties if Gyökeres is out. If a Chimpong fails, Saka is a very strong fallback.
Phew, okay. That makes more sense, mitigating the huge risk. So who else is in this one-week wonder team?
We've got Pickford in goal. Defense has Munoz and Calafiori alongside the captain. Midfield is Enzo, Sarr again, Ndiaye again, and Fernandes. Up front, João Pedro partners Haaland.
A real mix there, tailored for the week. Okay, finally, let's hit the differentials wildcard. Under 15% TSB. Still, what's the low ownership squad look like?
This one's really interesting because it's so cheap. Only 87.9 million total value.
Wow, that leaves a lot in the bank.
Over 12 million, yeah. Huge flexibility. The starting XI expected points is 52 for this week, and guess who the captain and vice are?
Let me guess. A Chimpong and Ndiaye again?
You got it. It just reinforces how highly the algorithm rates their expected points relative to their price and ownership, even in this differential setup.
So sticking with those high-potential, low-owned picks, what about the rest of the defense with that 15% cap?
It's a cool mix. You get some low-owned City coverage with Gvardiol and O'Reilly. They're paired with Lacroix, who keeps showing up, and Trippier, who, despite his quality, often ducks under that 15% later in seasons.
Interesting. And midfield, where are the differential points coming from there?
Alongside Ndiaye, we've got Eze, Sarr makes it in again, Gakpo, and Murphy. Sarr and Ndiaye really are becoming favorites of the model, clearly undervalued by the wider community.
Seems like it. And the forwards to round it off.
We have Thiago from Brentford, Raul from Fulham, and Welbeck from Brighton. It's a cost-effective attack, looking to exploit specific matchups away from the highly owned crowd.
Great stuff. That covers the three teams really well. Now, before we finish up, we had a listener question come through on X that ties in perfectly with something big you wanted to announce. The listener wrote, I wanted Sarr on my team but couldn't find a way to get him in. I posted my team ID on your X post to get transfer suggestions. I was impressed by one of the suggestions and just want to say thanks, and I want to hear more about how to use the tool by myself. How can I become a beta user?
That's fantastic to hear. And yes, please, everyone keep posting your team IDs on X. We love discussing the options. But the big news is you can now use the tool yourself. We've just done the first release of the FPL Cheat Sheet tool. It's out in beta.
Wow, that's brilliant. So the actual engine behind all this analysis we discussed is now available. How do people get access?
Yep, the first version is live. You can find the link on our X profile or in the description for this deep dive on YouTube or Spotify. Go check it out.
Okay, amazing. What do people need to know? Is it complicated to use? You mentioned it's a beta.
Yeah, just bear with us. It is a beta release, and for now it's running as a Google web app. So what that means is when you click the link, you'll need to log in with your Google account, and then you have to click to say you trust FPL Cheat Sheet to grant access.
Right, standard beta app procedure.
Exactly. Once you're in, you just need to enter your official FPL team ID. You can find that on the official FPL site, usually in the URL when you view your points page.
And once my ID is in, what happens? What can I see?
Well, straight away you can fetch your current team. It'll show you your players, their expected points predictions for the upcoming game weeks, bench order suggestions, captaincy tips, all personalized to your squad.
So it basically brings this deep dive right into my own team context.
Precisely. And the really powerful bit is you can then generate transfer suggestions for the next game week. It helps stop those, late night rage transfers after a bad week.
We've all been there. Can you tweak the suggestions? Like if I only want players under a certain ownership, like our differential teams.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. The customization is pretty deep. You can adjust how forward-looking the fixture ratings are, set minimum or maximum TSB percentage for players you want suggested. You can even adjust settings for the expected chance of a player starting and loads more detailed stuff. It lets you tailor the output to your exact FPL strategy.
That sounds incredibly powerful. A real game changer for listeners wanting to apply this data directly.
We certainly hope so. So please, go check it out now. The link's in the description and on our X profile. And definitely let us know what you think. Use the comment sections, send us feedback. We really want to improve it based on what you users need.
Fantastic stuff. A massive thanks for running through all the Game Week 11 insights, and especially for launching the tool. I think the big takeaway this week is that sometimes the data forces uncomfortable decisions, like dropping a premium asset short-term or captaining a budget defender. But it's usually looking at a bigger picture, right? That 5-week view, balancing risk and reward.
Exactly right. And remember, if the big attackers have tough games, look at your defense for those clean sheet points.
Wise words. Make sure you follow FPL Cheat Sheet on X and subscribe to our channel on YouTube and Spotify so you catch every deep dive.
Wishing all listeners a good game week, and may the FPL gods be with you.
Cheat sheet.